Dear friends, a concerning truth is that most colorectal cancers begin from tiny polyps in the colon, often without any noticeable symptoms. The good news is, if detected early, polyps can be easily removed, preventing cancer right from the start. In today's video, Kwe Ta will share the latest scientific knowledge about colon polyps and effective prevention. Colon polyps, the silent enemy inside the body. So what are colon polyps? They are small, abnormal tissue growths on the lining of the colon. They may be stalked, like mushrooms, or flat and difficult to detect. Most polyps are benign, but some can gradually transform into colorectal cancer. That's why experts call them the silent enemy. They can remain in the body for years without obvious symptoms, but may cause serious consequences if not detected and treated in time. According to the American Cancer Society, about 25 to 30% of the global population has colon polyps, and this rate rises sharply after age 50. In many developed countries, the rate can exceed 40% among adults, with men generally at higher risk than women. Why are polyps dangerous? Most colorectal cancers, the third most common cancer and the second leading cause of cancer death worldwide, originate from polyps. The transformation from a benign polyp into cancer usually takes 10 to 15 years. This means if polyps are detected and removed early, cancer can be prevented from the beginning. The Journal of Clinical Oncology has repeatedly confirmed that regular colonoscopy and polyp removal is one of the most effective measures to reduce colorectal cancer incidence and mortality. Symptoms are often vague or absent. Most polyps cause no symptoms. A small number of people may experience blood in stool, prolonged constipation or diarrhea, abdominal discomfort, or bloating. However, these are often mistaken for gastritis or common digestive issues. That's why Mayo Clinic recommends not waiting for symptoms before having a colonoscopy. By then, the polyp may already have developed or changed. Types of polyps. Not all polyps are the same. Some carry a higher risk of turning cancerous. Adenomatous polyps are the most common and have malignant potential. Serrated polyps are often flat, harder to detect, but also carry high risk. Hyperplastic polyps are usually small and low risk, but multiple growths still require close monitoring. Since visual inspection alone cannot determine safety, doctors typically recommend removing and testing any polyp found. Risk factors. Epidemiological studies show that age, especially after 45-50, male sex, smoking, alcohol, sedentary lifestyle, obesity, diets high in red processed meat and refined sugar but low in fiber, and family history or genetics all increase polyp and colorectal cancer risk. Inherited syndromes such as FAP, familial adenomatous polyposis, or Lynch syndrome significantly raise risk and require earlier screening.
A study in Nature Reviews Gastroenterology and Hepatology emphasized that it's the combination of genes and environment, not a single factor, that determines overall risk. Screening is the golden key. Since polyps often have no symptoms, screening is the only way to detect them early. The American Cancer Society and U.S. Preventive Services Task Force recommend average-risk individuals begin screening at age 45 and continue until 75. Beyond 76, decisions depend on health status and past screenings. Screening methods. 1. Colonoscopy, the gold standard, as it allows full colon visualization and polyp removal. Normal results, repeat after 10 years. With adenomatous polyps or multiple or large polyps, repeat in 3 to 5 years. 2. FIT test, annual test for hidden blood in stool. Positive result requires colonoscopy. 3. FIT DNA test, checks for hidden blood and abnormal DNA in stool annually. Positive results also require colonoscopy. 4. CT colonoscopy, virtual colonoscopy every 5 years. Studies in JAMA show combining screening methods improves early detection, survival, and reduces recurrence. Still, even after polyp removal, 30 to 40% of patients develop new ones within 3 to 5 years, making ongoing surveillance essential. Lifestyle changes for prevention. Colonoscopy removes existing polyps, but lifestyle change prevents new ones. The American Institute for Cancer Research estimates up to 50% of colorectal cancers can be prevented through healthy living. Balanced diet, healthy weight, regular exercise, no smoking, and limited alcohol. Fiber plays a central role. Large studies, for example, the Nurses' Health Study, show people with high fiber intake, especially from whole grains and vegetables, have a 25 to 30% lower colorectal cancer risk. Gut bacteria ferment fiber to produce short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, which nourish colon cells and regulate immunity. Beneficial foods include cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, kale, watercress, protect DNA, prevent mutation. Garlic may lower GI cancer risk, though evidence is mixed. Turmeric, curcumin, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, potential benefits in hereditary polyposis syndromes, though evidence is limited. Fermented foods, kimchi, sauerkraut, kefir, enhance gut microbiome diversity. Whole grains, legumes, and fruits rich in fiber and protective nutrients. Foods to limit red and processed meat. WHO classifies processed meats like sausages and smoked meats as carcinogenic, red meat as possibly carcinogenic. A Lancet Oncology 2015 study found each 50-gram daily serving of processed meat increased colorectal cancer risk by 18%. Refined sugars and starches also raise polyp risk. Foods with unclear evidence, apple cider vinegar and bone broth may support digestion, but lack strong evidence in polyp prevention. Key message: no miracle food can replace screening and a healthy lifestyle. Lifestyle prevention summary: reduce red and processed meat, quit smoking, limit alcohol, favor fish, poultry, and legumes. High-fiber diets, fermented foods, and whole grains improve gut health and lower risk. Exercise and safe sun exposure raise vitamin D, also protective.
Gut microbiome diversity is crucial. Fermented foods help beneficial bacteria outcompete harmful ones, reducing inflammation and polyp risk. Intermittent fasting shows potential in animal studies, but lacks strong human evidence. Should not replace medical screening. Physical activity and vitamin D. At least 150 minutes of exercise per week lowers colorectal cancer risk by 20 to 30%. Higher vitamin D blood levels are linked to reduced risk, though supplementation trials show mixed results. Genetics and family history. Inherited syndromes like FAP or Lynch syndrome carry very high risk, often requiring screening from age 20 to 25 or earlier. Family history doubles or triples risk. Dietary patterns. Western diets, red or processed meats, sugars, and fast food increase risk, while Mediterranean diets like olive oil, fish, whole grains, and nuts reduce risk by about 15 to 20%. Supplements. Vitamin D and calcium may lower risk, but evidence is inconsistent. Maintaining optimal levels is advised, but avoid over-supplementation. Follow-up after polyp removal. 30 to 40% develop new polyps in 3 to 5 years. Surveillance colonoscopy is essential, every 3 to 10 years depending on findings. Final message: colon polyps are silent but preventable. We have powerful tools: regular colonoscopies, stool tests, CT colonography, plus diet, exercise, and lifestyle changes. If you have family history, don't delay. Screen early. Colorectal cancer is one of the few cancers that can be effectively prevented. Each small daily change, an extra serving of vegetables, a walk outdoors, a scheduled colonoscopy, builds a strong wall of protection for your health and your family's. Dear friends, we've taken a long journey through colon polyps and prevention. If you found this useful, please like and subscribe to Quer Vitae to spread accurate, practical health knowledge. And don't forget to leave a comment about your own experiences in preventing polyps.